Good evening, everyone. Welcome to local election coverage from 13 on Your Side. I'm Nick LaFave.
I'm Juliette Dragas. The polls closed in most of Michigan in the last half hour, and one of the races we are closely watching is the 3rd congressional district election between Democrat Hillary Scholten and Republican Peter Meijer.
Scholten speaking right now, or speaking just moments ago, at Kent County headquarters in Grand Rapids, Democratic headquarters. Let's go ahead and listen in for a few moments.
Back at 3 o'clock, and he was like, all right, I just walked over to my polling place and voted for you. So really a great way to have that back and forth.
I would say last question. Are you just going to be doing Facebook Live later tonight, or what are you
Yeah. We are hoping that, we may hear something later tonight, and when and if we hear something, we will be on Facebook Live. So I know, Libby will be in touch. Thank you all so much.
Thank you for your availability.
All right, and that was Hillary Scholten live, the Democratic candidate, saying that she's hoping to have some kind of results tonight. The other side of the race, Scholten is facing Republican Peter Meijer, of course. Peter's grandfather, Fred Meijer, founded Meijer Stores. Peter is holding a watch party tonight in Grand Rapids. 13 on Your Side's Nate Belt is covering that for us tonight.
Peter Meijer's campaign is gathering here in downtown Grand Rapids, watching those results come in. Now, Meijer himself is expected to address the media. He'll be speaking with us sometime between 10:45 and 11. We will be there whenever he does, and we'll have that for you here on 13 on Your Side.
We want to welcome in now Doug Copeman, political science professor at Calvin University. Appreciate you being here. Doug, Grand Rapids already reached its voter turnout threshold from 4 years ago at 63%. Got a lot of ballots to count just yet. Does that tell you anything about the chances for either Scholten or Meijer in the 3rd district?
Right. Well, traditionally, the higher the turnout, the slightly better the chances for the Democratic Party. That's really been historically the same. Part of that is because more mobile voters, lower income voters, racial and ethnic minority voters vote less frequently, and when they do come out to vote, they tend to lean Democratic. So that might be a little bit different this year. I think President Trump has changed the constellation of what the Republican Party means, as well as to some extent the Democratic Party means. So I think it's hard to read anything, but I think a very high turnout is probably somewhat good news for Hillary Scholten on the Democratic side.
Okay, we've been talking for months now about how important Kent County is to not just Michigan, but the presidential race in sum total. How indicative do you think Kent County will be to the overall vote in Michigan in the presidential race?
Well, Kent County has been Republican at the margin. That margin has been reduced every few years or every election cycle. It seems to lose a little bit of the Republican margin every time through. It's been ahead, more Republican than the state by 5, 6, 7 percentage points usually. So if there's a major shift in the inner suburbs and for voter turnout for the Democratic candidates, for Scholten and then for Gary Peters, that really could indicate that President Trump is in trouble statewide. Now you have to counterbalance that with Trump is stronger in rural areas, outstate Michigan, than he has been in the past. So, but Grand Rapids is a high population and a high turnout, and that really is a counterbalance to whatever increases Trump might have in the rural area.
And clearly we have a long way to go. Doug Copeman, political science professor at Calvin University. Doug, we appreciate it very, very much.
Sure.
We will be hearing from you again, I am sure, sir. Our election coverage is going to continue all throughout the evening. You can follow the latest numbers at 13onyourside.com. And we're, of course, going to be live with any major updates we have on our social media pages.
But we are also going to keep you posted on the air here on 13 on Your Side. Our next local election update will be in just under 30 minutes at 8:56. So stay with 13 on Your Side and ABC News. We'll see you back here shortly.